The Great Pyramid of Giza stands like a riddle carved in stone, ancient, massive, and disturbingly perfect. Located just outside modern-day Cairo, it is the last surviving wonder of the original 7 wonders of the ancient world. But despite its fame, the pyramid is surrounded by more questions than answers. Officially, the Great Pyramid was built over 4,500 years ago, during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu. It rises to a height of nearly 80 feet and was, for over 3,800 years, the tallest man-made structure on Earth. It contains over 2.3 million limestone and granite blocks, each weighing between 2 to 80 tons. No steel tools, no advanced machinery, just primitive copper chisels and human hands. At least that's what we're told. But here's the mystery. How could an ancient civilization with no electricity, no cranes and no wheels, move and place these blocks with such precise alignment? The base of the pyramid is leveled to within less than an inch. The sides align almost perfectly with the 4 cardinal directions, a feat so accurate, even modern surveyors find it difficult to replicate. Even stranger, the pyramid wasn't built on flat ground. The builders leveled the bedrock with astonishing precision. There's no mortar between the massive blocks in the core, and yet they fit so tightly that not even a razor blade can pass between them. This wasn't just a tomb. It was an engineering masterpiece, or something more. Tourists walk its base every day, taking photos and marveling at its scale. But very few realize how impossible this monument truly is. It's as if it doesn't belong in its own time. Like it was built not by the ancient Egyptians we know, but by someone or something else. Some researchers suggest lost civilizations with forgotten technologies. Others whisper of help from the stars. But whatever the answer, one thing is certain. The Great Pyramid is not just a relic of the past. It's a message, a challenge, a warning perhaps. In the chapters ahead, we'll go deeper into theories, forbidden knowledge, and the secrets hidden within the stone itself. The question is, are you ready to question everything you thought you knew about history? The official story goes like this. The Great Pyramid was built during the 4th dynasty of Egypt, more than 4,500 years ago, as a tomb for Pharaoh Khufu. It was supposedly constructed over a period of about 20 years, using tens of thousands of laborers, sleds, ropes, and simple tools. But when you truly look at the scale, precision, and effort required, the story begins to fall apart. Imagine this. More than 2 million massive stone blocks, each weighing anywhere from 2 to 80 tons, had to be cut, transported, and stacked with surgical precision. To complete the pyramid in just 20 years, workers would have needed to place 1 block every few minutes, non-stop day and night, for 2 decades without modern technology. No cranes, no trucks, no drills, just stone and sweat. Yet not a single document from ancient Egypt has been found that shows how it was actually built. There are no blueprints, no construction plans, no mentions of such a colossal effort in any detailed form. We know more about how the ancient Egyptians buried their cats than how they built one of the most impressive structures in human history. So what are the alternatives? Some theorists believe the ancient Egyptians possessed advanced knowledge now lost to time, techniques involving sound resonance, vibration, or even magnetic levitation. Others go further, suggesting help from beings not of this world. After all, many ancient cultures speak of gods descending from the sky who brought knowledge and tools beyond comprehension. There's also the theory of a forgotten civilization, one that existed long before the Egyptians and passed down knowledge of advanced building techniques. Could the pyramid be a legacy of that lost culture, preserved in stone? Modern scientists have tried to recreate pyramid construction on a small scale, but all attempts have either failed or taken far longer than expected, even with modern equipment. So how did a civilization without electricity or steel manage to complete something that still baffles engineers today? And then there's the strangest part of all. Recently, with the help of scanning technology, archaeologists discovered hidden voids and corridors inside the Great Pyramid, places no one has entered in thousands of years. What lies inside remains unknown. Authorities are cautious. Some say they're afraid of what might be found. Why such secrecy? Why does one of the world's most studied monuments still guard its greatest secrets? Maybe because the truth isn't something the world is ready for. The Great Pyramid is not just a monument of stone. It is a monument of mathematics. What makes it so unsettling is not only how it was built, but what it seems to encode. Somehow, thousands of years ago, ancient builders embedded complex knowledge into its structure, numbers and relationships that shouldn't have existed in that time. For starters, the pyramid's base is nearly a perfect square, and its sides are aligned almost exactly to the four cardinal directions: north, south, east, and west. Not magnetic north, true north. The accuracy is so precise that even modern tools struggle to match it. And then there's pi, the mathematical constant that defines the relationship between a circle's circumference and its diameter. If you take the perimeter of the Great Pyramid's base and divide it by twice its height, you get a number that is shockingly close to pi, 3.14. Not by accident, not by erosion. It was designed that way, but that's not all. The pyramid also appears to incorporate the golden ratio, an irrational number found in nature, art and architecture, believed to represent perfect harmony. How could an ancient civilization, without calculators or computers, embed these advanced mathematical principles into a massive structure made of stone? Some researchers believe the pyramid was designed as a scale model of the northern hemisphere. The height of the pyramid, multiplied by 43,200, gives you the approximate polar radius of Earth, the distance from the equator to the North Pole. Coincidence? Or intention? Then there's the alignment with the stars. Many believe the three pyramids at Giza mirror the stars of Orion's belt. The ancient Egyptians associated Orion with Osiris, the god of the afterlife. But the alignment is not just symbolic, it's astronomically precise. Even more chilling is that this alignment matches the sky. As it looked around 10,500 BC, far older than the pyramid itself, how could the builders have known the position of stars from thousands of years earlier? Did they possess ancient records? Or were they the descendants of a forgotten civilization with knowledge of the cosmos? Mathematicians, engineers, and astronomers continue to study the pyramid, and the more they look, the stranger it becomes. It's as if someone designed the structure not just to stand the test of time, but to send a message across it. Was the Great Pyramid built to store data? To preserve knowledge? Or maybe it was never meant to be understood by us at all? The outside of the Great Pyramid is already mind-bending, but what lies inside is even more mysterious. Unlike other Egyptian pyramids, the Great Pyramid of Giza has no decorated walls, no hieroglyphs, and no clear sign of it ever being used as a tomb. What it does have is an interior layout that defies logic. There are three main chambers: the King's Chamber, the Queen's Chamber, and an unfinished subterranean chamber deep beneath the base. All are connected by long passageways and narrow shafts, some no wider than a shoebox. But what truly puzzles scientists are the things they can't see: the unexplored voids, strange materials, and anomalies that suggest the pyramid is more than just empty stone. The King's Chamber is made entirely of granite, a stone rich in quartz, which can conduct and resonate with energy. Above the chamber are 5 granite blocks stacked in layers, known as the relieving chambers. But were they really just for structural support? Some believe they served a hidden purpose, like focusing energy or protecting something inside. In the early 2000s, researchers sent a small robot into the narrow shafts leading out of the Queen's Chamber. What it found shocked them. At the end of one shaft was a tiny sealed door with 2 copper handles embedded into it. The door didn't open, and what lies behind it remains unknown. The discovery triggered more questions than answers. Who put the door there and why? Even more strange, temperature scans of the pyramid have revealed heat anomalies. Certain blocks on the eastern side emit more heat than the surrounding stones. Scientists have no explanation. Some believe it could indicate hidden rooms or active energy still pulsing from within. In 2017, scientists used cosmic ray scanning technology to peer inside the pyramid. What they found was stunning: a previously unknown void, at least 100 feet long above the Grand Gallery. A massive hidden space, completely inaccessible, completely unexplored. What is inside that space? No one knows. And to this day, authorities have not allowed full access. Some theorists believe the pyramid may be more than a monument. It may be a machine, a device of some kind capable of harnessing or storing energy. If true, it would change everything we know about ancient civilizations. Why would the ancient Egyptians, or whoever built it, go to such lengths to hide these rooms, these shafts, these clues? And why is so much of it still off limits to the public? The deeper we look into the pyramid, the more it looks back, silent, cold, waiting. The Great Pyramid has stood for more than 4,000 years. Yet we still don't truly understand what it is and why so many truths about it seem to be hidden. With every new discovery comes silence, restrictions, or carefully worded explanations. It's enough to make some people ask, what are they trying to protect and why? Some researchers and theorists believe there's a deliberate effort to keep certain information buried, not under the sands of Egypt, but under layers of academic control, political interest, and global secrecy. When new anomalies are found inside the pyramid, the public only gets part of the story. Independent researchers are often denied access, and certain chambers remain completely off limits with no clear reason given. Is it really about preservation, or is it about control? There are stories and whispered, dismissed, or ignored, and of researchers who came too close to something and were suddenly silenced, discredited, or simply vanished from the spotlight. Some claim the pyramid is far older than what history books tell us, built not in the time of Pharaoh Khufu, but by a lost civilization thousands of years before. Others connect the pyramid to the fabled lost city of Atlantis, suggesting that Giza was once a center of knowledge, technology, or even power far beyond our understanding. Ancient texts from other cultures, the Sumerians, the Hindus, even early Mesoamerican myths, all speak of sky gods, star knowledge, and powerful structures built with help from beings not entirely human. What if the Great Pyramid wasn't built for the dead, but for the living? What if it was never a tomb, but a message, a beacon left behind for future civilizations to discover, once they were advanced enough to understand? Then there are the global patterns. Pyramids have been found on every continent, in China, in Central America, even under the ocean. Some researchers believe these sites form geometric alignments around the planet, as if part of an ancient global network. Could they all be connected? And if they are, who built them? Perhaps the greatest mystery of the Great Pyramid is not just what it is, but why. After all this time, we're still not allowed to know. Maybe it's not that we're not ready to discover the truth. Maybe they're not ready for us to find it.